Hey, welcome back to Soul Whispers Tarot. I'm Karen. Today's reading is what's this person thinking and feeling about you at this time? If you would like to receive more detailed information about what's coming up in your future, tap the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. So in today's reading, we have 3 sets of cards. Set of cards number 1 is the chair. Set of cards number 2 is the candle with the Christmas tree in the background. And set of cards number 3 is the tiger. So take some time to tune into the energies of the cards. Sit back, relax, get cozy and comfortable. Take a few deep breaths if you need to. You can pause the video right now, but I'll also leave a few quiet moments here as well. Okay, so let's look into the messages that we have for you. Welcome to set of cards number 1. You've chosen the chair. So what is this person thinking and feeling about you at this time? We're going to find out by looking into the tarot. We've got lots of messages cards today, as well as pulling messages out of the bag, looking into the charms and the divination die. So stay tuned because a lot of information is going to come through. Okay, so someone is turning their focus elsewhere, giving their time and attention to someone or something else. This could be this person, but for some of you, I feel like it's you. You feel as though your connection was going round and round in circles and not getting anywhere. So some of you have walked away, or you're spending your time and energy focusing on other people or other things. But I also feel in many cases that is the element that's going on with this person, that they have been like the beggars here. It's like in many cases I feel you are this person who feels much more balanced within yourself in general. And so you've been very giving, very generous, but this person feels as though they haven't been able to be your equal, or they haven't been able to give back equally. And you have felt as though they've kind of turned their back on you. You felt as though they've like run away from the situation, or they're running away from their feelings. And I feel that that has led you to walk away from this person. So now they're thinking you've turned your attention away from them, and they're worried that this connection is going in circles. They want a healing, they want to move things forward, but they're worried that the issues just aren't being healed or cleared, and they're actually seeing you as running away from the problem. They may feel as though you have things that you're thinking about in regards to them, or maybe they feel as though there's something on your mind, but you're not like communicating that to them at this time. And so they may be picturing you as being like the runner now. You know, there may be like a runner chaser dynamic that's been going on in this connection, and in some cases the tables have turned and they're seeing you as the one that's running away. And this has really turned their world upside down. The King of Cups in reverse. They're feeling emotionally all over the place. They're still in those choppy waters, because the Six of Swords is about moving out of the choppy waters into the calmer waters, moving out of adversity into a brighter future. They're worried at this time that you're not healing the connection together, and things are still all over the place, and they're worried that they've lost you, that they won't hear from you. They may be waiting for some kind of contact from you, but at the same time I still feel as though they're withholding their emotions with the King of Cups in reverse. They don't feel comfortable expressing themselves, and I feel like that has been the overall issue within this connection. you feeling as though they have run away when it comes to them being open, them expressing their feelings, being their true self. But they felt insecure, they felt all over the place. This represents an emotional roller coaster that they're going through right now, and I feel like they've been going through most of your connection, but they want to move forward. The Chariot, they want balance, stability, and they want positive progress, positive shifts forward in your relationship. So let's pull some clarifying cards. All of the message cards today are my own creation. So what is this Six of Pentacles about at this time? We have, with us, there is no end. So 21, this is the World card. They see you as their world. Their world has been turned upside down. They feel that you are soulmates. They feel like you belong together. And so they're feeling frustrated at this time. They're wanting any obstacles or difficulties to be over with. They're wanting those to be healed, but at the same time, I feel like both of you may have tried to make things work in the past, but you can't force like that divine timing. So I do feel like this person has faith in terms of divine timing, but there's still like that frustration because they're wanting that rapid movement forward right now. Okay, so we have the Seven of Wands. I have to stand my ground. Okay, so they feel as though you have put up healthy boundaries, or they may not see it in that way. They may feel like you have run away from them and now you're the runner. You could be twin flames, like a twin flame runner situation, and you have to stand your ground. You've created those healthy boundaries. You've learnt to say no. You're no longer putting your life on hold. And so they're kind of feeling pushed out at this time. They may feel like they're in the doghouse. I love how you nurture me. So that goes very well with this Six of Pentacles. They've seen you as this character, being nurturing, being very giving, generous, supportive. But you may realize that this person needs to heal themselves now, and that you cannot be their support system if they're not willing to help themselves. So they've been kind of thrown into the deep end is what I'm feeling. I love how you nurture me. This is the Queen of Pentacles. So they're wanting you to come back and be that nurturing force and be there for them, be that strength. But I get this sense that you have distanced yourself. You're going inwards right now. You're trying to figure things out. There is a sense that you know that this person needs space to heal on their own. I'm offering you something real. The Ace of Pentacles. So they want to come forward. They want to be nurturing. They now want to have this balance of give and take. They want to give you everything. They want that equality, which is what the Chariot is about as well, with the yin and yang here. So you may be hearing from them. They may be coming forward with a real offer, with a real commitment, or a real communication, authenticity. I feel insecure around you. So yeah, the King of Cups in reverse. They felt emotionally all over the place, and I feel like that's created a fight or flight kind of reaction within them, and they have kind of run away. They run away with the Five Swords. So the Five of Swords is about that inner conflict pushing you away. They could be self-destructive, and you're left with the Two of Swords, which is about confusion, being at a crossroads. So you're going inwards right now. You're not sure whether to invest in this connection or what to do next, or you may not know what to say, kind of thing. So what is this Six of Swords in reverse about? I will free myself soon to be with you. The Two of Wands. So yeah, this could be what this Six of Swords in reverse is about. That's about going in circles in some kind of karmic cycle. There's some kind of karma that this person feels that they're stuck in, but they're very bored, they're very unhappy and unfulfilled in their current circumstances. They're thinking about you from afar. They're planning. They're in that stages of trying to work out how to free themselves and how to get closer to you, how to make things work. They may feel as though they have to get away from some other kind of situation. So what is this Seven of Swords about, please? We have the Four of Cups. I'm sorry I took you for granted. So there's a sense of a missed opportunity here. They feel as though, because there was a lot of things on their plate, a lot of things on their mind, a lot of things they needed to heal, they weren't in the right place to be able to give you something real or have that equal give and take in the relationship in the past. But now they're realizing, once you've gone kind of thing, that they missed out on an opportunity. They realize they may have taken too long or taken you for granted. I'm totally broken. This has led to a Ten of Swords, destruction. There's definitely been some kind of ending between you both, an ending most likely of an unhealthy dynamic. They're worried that they've lost you for good. They may feel stabbed in the back, and you may have felt that way as well if you felt like they weren't choosing you and they were taking you for granted. So a lot of heartbreak this person is going through right now. But it's inspiring them to be like the King of Pentacles, and that is the counterpart of the Queen of Pentacles that came out. I will be the best version of myself for you. So this person, they have had time to go inwards. They are trying to work on themselves. They're trying to heal themselves, free themselves from those blocks and those obstacles. Yeah, I want to give you everything. This is the Six of Pentacles again. They want to be that generous person. They want balance. There's the scales there, and again the Sphinx, the black and the white, the yin, the yang. They want balanced movement forward. I want to give you everything. They want to be very generous with you. They want to open their heart. They want to give you all the things that you wanted and that you deserve. I'm stuck in the shadows. So this is the Moon. This is a lot of fears. Again, it's this belief that they have that they're stuck in some kind of karma or some kind of circumstances, and they're trying to plan how to free themselves, how to have that faith to go down the path of the unknown. Okay, so what is this King of Cups in reverse about, please? We have the Nine of Swords. I lay awake at night worrying about us. So this person has sleepless nights. They're feeling all over the place, feeling that heartbreak. They're fearing that they've lost you. They're fearing or just trying to figure out how to get closer to you, how to come forward, how to make amends, repair the connection. So the Chariot. Interesting, because the Chariot is them wanting that balanced forward movement in your connection, but they have the Ace of Swords. It's too difficult for me to come forward. So this is something in their mind. It's like their perception, their way of thinking about themselves or their life. Some kind of thought pattern is making them stuck, making them believe either that they're not good enough, or they don't have what it takes, or they can't give back equally, or, you know, it could be any kind of thought pattern that's very limiting, is causing them to have these difficulties in freeing themselves and coming forward in a balanced kind of way. But I do feel they are definitely working on trying to heal that mindset. Okay, so we're going to now look into some more messages some more message cards. Again, all of these cards are my own creation. We're going to start off with our Eternal Love cards, and then the I Love You to the Moon and Back cards, followed by the messages from the Divine Masculine. And then we'll pull some messages out of the bag, look into the divination dice, and then the charms. Okay, so what is this person thinking and feeling about you at this time? Yeah. I didn't realize what I had until it was too late. So again, they feel like they missed out on an opportunity with you. Now they're laying awake at night, worrying about this, worrying about your connection, having regrets, worrying, you know, what do you think of them right now? Will you ever forgive them, kind of thing. Yeah. Wow, that is exactly what I just said. What do you think of me right now? They're very worried that they've messed things up beyond repair. So they may be hinting to you about their feelings. I've been hinting to you about my feelings because I'm afraid I'll be rejected. So yeah, they feel as though they've hurt you, upset you, angered you. So they may be a little bit cautious right now about coming forward. So they may be hinting to you about their feelings. They may be sending you like just little messages, like indirect messages or flirtatious messages. Or they could be the kind of person who communicates indirectly through social media, through, you know, sharing music or quotes or something like that. What they're thinking and feeling about you at this time. I feel like this one wants to come out. I feel envious of everyone who is close to you. I want to be by your side too. So yeah, you're going through a separation. They may be looking at your social media, seeing photos or posts about you spending time with other people, or they just know that you're with your family or friends or something like that, and they just feel envious. They want to be by your side. They want to be like your number one person. And we have, you've made me closer to spirit, and for that I am eternally grateful. So they definitely feel the divinity of your connection. They feel closer to God, to soul family, to their true soul self. And this is very important to them. This brings them a lot of meaning in their life. So this person is likely going through a spiritual awakening, which is like a roller coaster in itself. Yeah, I know we've shared many past lives together, so they're definitely feeling the spiritual element. They feel as though your connection is infinite. Definitely seeing you as a kind of soulmate, or a soulmate of some kind, I should say. Yeah. I'm sorry, I've been foolish and taken you for granted. I regret hurting you. So yeah, again, they feel like they have taken you for granted. They feel like, you know, they know what they had once it was gone, kind of thing. They're really kicking themselves. They feel like you deserve better. I was wearing a mask to keep you in my life. I didn't realize it was keeping us apart. So this person felt insecure. They didn't feel comfortable enough to be their true, like, genuine self. Like they felt their true self wasn't good enough, and so they wore a mask. They put on some kind of pretense, or it could be that they withheld their feelings. They tried to look stronger than what they really felt, because really they were that King of Cups in reverse, emotionally all over the place. But they may have feared that made them look weak, or it was a turn off to you. So they may have tried to just shut down their feelings or have a poker face with you to appear strong. But ironically, that was keeping you apart, because you would have just loved to have seen their vulnerable side. there's too much water under the bridge. I don't know how we could ever come back from that. So they have a lot of regrets. They fear that there's been too much damage in the connection. They feel there's a lot of obstacles and everything's a big mess, a tangled, you know, ball of wool kind of thing, how to untangle everything. And they just fear that too much has happened to come back from that. But they're hoping that you can move forward still. So they're very much missing you. I miss what we had in the past. I often reminisce about those times. So yeah, they're longing for you. They're thinking about the past. They've been very sentimental. Okay, so let's look at the I love you to the moon and back cards. Okay, so this is very important. This one says, it's not just down to my free will. So this is saying there is divine timing. There is reflections going on between you. You know, if this person isn't coming forward, it may be that there's an aspect within yourself that needs to heal, and them not coming forward or not being fully emotionally available is a reflection of something within yourself that needs healing as well. So try and take the time to really see how this connection is reflecting your own wounds or your own thought patterns. Okay. Yeah. If you are not in a vibration of self-love, I cannot get close to you. So I feel like this is what is mirroring. You may see very clearly that this person is not loving themselves in many ways, and they're wearing masks. But it's now time to look inwards. You know, are you not loving yourselves in certain ways? Are you basing your sense of self-worth on whether this person chooses you or not? You know, do you need to know your own self-love? Some kind of mirroring going on here. Do you still love me? So yeah, they're worried that they've fallen from grace kind of thing, and you now see them in a bad light, and you're not like able or willing to forgive them. I could never muster up the courage to tell you how I felt. I've loved you from afar every day. So yeah, this person had a lot of nervousness. They could be shy, or could be shy just with you. Felt very overwhelmed, intimidated by the intensity of this connection. So they could never muster up the courage to tell you directly how they felt, but they have loved you from afar every single day. And we have, I know our love will never die. So yeah, they feel this is an infinite bond. They may feel that you are twin flames, whether they know that label or not. I thought I could run away from my healing work. That's what that Seven of Swords was about. Instead, I ran into so much drama that I'm forced to heal myself. So they ran away from your connection. Subconsciously, they were running away from themselves. They were running away from the intensity of this spiritual awakening, which is intense healing work, shadow work. But when they ran away, they've run into so much more drama in their life because they weren't listening to their heart and soul. They made a fear-based decision. So they, you know, it was from out of the frying pan into the fire kind of thing. And now they are forced to heal themselves because you're now absent from their life. And that like inspires them to do this healing. They're feeling that gap and that magnetic attraction even more intensely. So let's look at the messages from the Divine Masculine cards. We have, let me be your king. So they want to be the best version of themselves. The King and the Queen of Pentacles came out. They want to be a good provider in some kind of way, or they just want to give back to you equally. Believe me, I am trying my best. So you may be angry, or they think that you're angry because you feel as though they didn't work or try hard enough. But for them, they are trying their best. We have, I'm not sure. So yeah, they're not sure of what you're thinking. Do you still love them or not? We have, I feel you. So this is about a telepathic bond. They feel, for the most part, how you're feeling. They have strong intuitions about you, but then again, it's like their mind interferes and causes them to doubt. How do I move forward? So yeah, interestingly, the Chariot was underneath here. So how do they move forward? They're thinking about how can they heal the connection with you? How can they reach out? You know, if that's been their biggest struggle. So let's look at some messages from the bag next. In the palm of your hand. So this is really saying that their heart is with you. They fear that they could be crushed at any moment because, you know, they're afraid you could reject them. They feel very vulnerable around you. They've attached a lot of meaning to this connection in terms of their worth. They may have attached spiritual meanings to the connection. And there is a lot of truth to these meanings that they have attached to you. But at the same time, it's created a lot of attachment. It's created a lot of stories where they believe their life will fall apart if they don't have you in their life. They feel that they'd be disconnecting from the divine, or they may believe that if you reject them, then it's a rejection from the divine. So, you know, some kinds of unhealthy stories they've attached, which has created codependency and huge fears, like feeling like it's a life or death situation, whether things work out between you or not, whether you accept them or reject them. And this could be what's mirroring between you both as well. This connection is very significant to both of you, but you need to be mindful of what stories you're attaching, which lead to codependency and that kind of life or death fear and panic. Sorry about the noise. Taken for granted. So here we have it again. They definitely feel as though they've taken you for granted. If you're running away, they may be feeling taken for granted because they feel like your connection will never die. It's like an infinite bond, and so they may have attached that story to the connection, and that story allowed them to stay in their comfort zone and not take action because they felt like you would always be there for them. This connection they could always fall back to, and some kind of situationship between you both or unhealthy dynamic became like the norm, became the comfort zone, maybe even for both of you. Karmic contract. So yeah, they have karma to settle within their own life. They may be in a karmic relationship, some of them, but this is also saying there's karma between both of you, like the things that needed to be triggered for healing the pain. You know, you may have had to you may have both been thrown into your biggest fears. You may have both had codependency and feared rejection or feared the breakdown of this connection, and that may have happened. All of your biggest fears may have manifested, but that is because your soul needed to go through that pain in order to release that fear, because once you've gone through it, it's like you both have this opportunity to realize your worth and realize the stories that you'd attached to this connection that were causing you both to have that codependency and intense fears and sitting on the edges, being on the edge of your seat all the time, having an emotional roller coaster. I feel like some of you have gone through a separation, but that was to help you know your own worth, know that you're going to be okay even without this person in your life, and realize that you're responsible for your own happiness and your own emotional well-being, and that you cannot place that on someone else's shoulders. And that is the place that you both need to reach before there is an opportunity for you to come together in a balanced, harmonious way. Longing. So yeah, they are longing for you. They're reminiscing about the past. They're wanting that closeness. They're feeling that magnetic pull towards you even more intensely now. But yeah, they've suffered with overthinking. Rather than trusting their heart, they've had this tendency to overthink. Let's look into the divination dice. The elephant. So, you know, even though the elephant is a very strong creature, and, you know, you wouldn't want to be attacked by an elephant, but I do overall see them as like a gentle creature with a good memory. So they have a lot of memories about you. It's like they remember the intricate details of conversations that you've had in the past. And this is just like a gentle energy, a gentle love, an unconditional love is what I'm feeling. Music. So there was that hinting card. Some of them may be hinting to you through sharing songs with you, or they could be into music, or, you know, music could be specific to some of you, and music is about harmony as well. They want to come into harmony. So there was that Six of Swords underneath here as well, which is moving out of the choppy waters into the calmer waters, moving into harmony. The troll. I feel like this is their mind. The overthinking is like trolling them, causing them to have all this self-doubt and fear and panicking. Their feelings for you run deep with the well. They're also diving deep into their own emotions, healing themselves, because there was the King of Cups under here, which has all the water in it, the stormy water. So they're going inwards. They're feeling these emotions very deeply. And this is really good. This is the dwarf with the lantern and the pickaxe. So this is like going into the cave, going into the shadow side and shedding the light on that shadow side, overcoming the fears, healing the wounds, putting in the work to do that healing. So let's see what the charms have to say. We have the number 7. That may be significant to some of you in certain ways. Maybe seeing number patterns with 7s potentially. So yeah, I definitely feel like there's shyness within this person. Could be mirrored between you both. The need to come out of your shell, or the need for them to come out of their shell. We have the heart locket with I love you on it. So lockets are about people that are very special to you. You put photos of them and you wear them near your heart, kind of thing. So this person may be looking at old photos, definitely reminiscing. They're feeling intense emotions of love. There is the Eiffel Tower here, which may be extremely significant to some of you. This is making me think of them wanting to propose to you. Definitely romantic feelings in Paris, in France. You know, they're very expressive when it comes to love. They're not afraid to show affection in public, kind of thing. So this person wants to come forward and be affectionate, express their love to you, come out in the open. They want to speak to you with the lips here, but also they want to kiss you. They're thinking about that. They want to get close. They want that intimacy. And we have storms don't last forever with the healing rainbow. So there's been a storm, there's been a breakdown, there's been a tower moment between you, but the sunshine is going to come out. They want to clear the air, after the storm, and they want that healing. So if you want to really know in depth about how this person is truly feeling about you at this time, please check out my Dear Beloved message readings. They're $11.11. They're not private readings, personal readings, but basically, I created a really powerful oracle deck where I channeled messages from the Divine Masculine Collective. And when you order a reading, I basically pull out a card for you and I email you the very in-depth description of the card, which is about 1,000 words in length in general. I have amazing feedback for those readings on my website. Please check out the link below. It's in the description box below the video. And they are called the Dear Beloved reading messages. Okay, so please subscribe to my channel as well if you haven't already. It helps me to continue to grow my channel, and if you do, please tap the bell icon and turn on all notifications. That way you'll be notified every time I release a new reading, which is, I'm planning for it to be every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. So thank you so much for joining me here. Take care. Bye. Welcome to set of cards number 2. You've chosen the candle with the Christmas tree in the background. So what is this person thinking and feeling about you at this time? We're going to find out by looking into the tarot. We have lots of messages cards today, as well as pulling messages out of the bag, looking into the charms and the divination die. So stay tuned because a lot of information is going to come through. Okay, so this person wants to come racing into your life, offering you their heart, giving you their love, opening up to you, communicating to you, expressing themselves to you. And I feel it is because you've walked away from them. The Queen of Cups is the only Cups card where there's a lid on the cup. It's like you've put a lid on it. You've stopped expressing your love. You may have walked away from this person. I feel like you were giving your heart a lot. You were expressing yourselves, being nurturing, being very understanding and patient. And you just felt like you were being left out in the cold all the time. So I feel like you reluctantly walked away from this person, or you just felt like you had to. Some kind of transformation occurred within you. And this is inspiring this person to be like the Fool. They want a brand new beginning. They want to take a leap of faith. I feel like it's now them coming forward, expressing their love, being open to you, because now they're feeling left out in the cold. It's like the tables have turned. There's been a transformation, an ending of the old cycle and a beginning of the new one. You felt kind of trampled all over by this person at some point. Just like these people here are like trampled by this horse. This is like, I'm even though this isn't a white flag, I'm seeing this as like a white flag, like you surrendered basically. And that was what was needed. You may have been over giving. You may have been trying to prove yourself to this person, but now you've needed time to go inwards, to have that soul searching and be like, what is the meaning of this connection? Why has it happened? Why things happen the way they have? And so it's like you've put a cork in the bottle. None of that expression of love is coming out from you anymore because you need to go inwards. And so this person wants to come forward now and express themselves. I feel like you may have subconsciously been allowing this person to stay in their comfort zone. I'm not saying it's your fault though. You were kind of hoping that this person, out of their own volition, would just kind of step up and heal themselves and face their wounds. and do that shadow work. But it seemed that the more you kind of held on and waited around and put your life on hold for this person, the more they just resisted doing that healing work. They didn't feel motivated to do the healing work because you were always kind of there for them. Plus, you know, you were there for them, and they could also simultaneously stay in their comfort zone whilst having your presence, or, you know, having some sort of situationship with you, having some sort of communication. It's like they did want more with you, and they do want more with you, just like you wanted, but it's like their fears were getting the better of them. And so it felt safer for them to go extremely slowly, or go in circles, and basically stay in their comfort zone and keep things the way they were, so they could kind of have you, but then at the same time they didn't have to face their fears and take that leap of faith. And, you know, that just wasn't serving you anymore. You couldn't, you know, wait around for this person any longer, because you felt this soul calling to move forward and have that transformation. So now, you know, in the past, you were the one that was very sure of this person, very sure of this relationship, and you're wanting to make things work at any cost kind of thing. And now it's like the tables have turned. You're unsure, you know, you're doing a lot of soul searching, you're looking into your heart, you're kind of in your man or woman cave. And now this person is like, the more unsure you are, the more this person is allowed the space and time to explore their own emotions without feeling pressured to make a decision. You know, this person needed to make this decision on their own, and now you've given them that space. I feel like they are realizing how much you do mean to them. They feel like they're making a decision off their own back. They're not being forced into something. Because I'm not sure if you've ever experienced that with someone else, where they've tried to, well, they've been extremely sure of you, they've tried to get closer, they've tried to get you to open up to them, they've tried to speed things along, and the more they've put that pressure on you, the more you're confused, the more you're feeling kind of stuck, or that they're trying to hem you in, and then the more confused and unsure you get, and it kind of gets stuck with you kind of spending a lot of time trying to go inwards and kind of keeping them at bay until you've made that decision, because you feel like they're trying to force you to make that decision. So that pressure is confusing you and making you even more unsure. So I feel like this is what's been happening in this connection. Like, you were really sure of this person, and it was making them feel pressured and unsure. So you may have walked away, left them out in the cold because you felt left out in the cold, and now it's allowed them that time and space to make that decision on their own, to realize how significant you are to them. And now they want to come forward and make things real. They want to take that leap of faith, express their love. So let's pull some clarifying cards. All of the message cards in this reading are my own creation. So what is this Ace of Cups about, please? Wow, this one flew out. I can't let you go. Four of Pentacles. They're holding on very tightly to you. They are, you know, they've put a lot of time into this connection, and they have invested a lot emotionally. They may have put a lot of time and effort in their own kind of way. You know, you may have needed them to step up more and put more effort in and do things in a healthy way, because you may have had a unhealthy dynamic, some kind of situationship where it wasn't a full-on commitment. But even though that may have happened in their own way, they have invested a lot in you. They don't want to let you go. What is this Five of Pentacles about, please? We have, I want you to be so proud of me. The Three of Pentacles. So there may be an issue with this person where they're struggling financially, or they're struggling in their life in some kind of way. They may have felt like an outsider in their life. They may not feel good enough. They may feel like these homeless people that have a lot of emotional wounds. And they may see you as someone who is inside of that window, or the warmth, or the success, financially, spiritually, emotionally. They may see you as more advanced or more successful in some kind of way, but they feel like this homeless people, they felt like an outsider in their life. So that, you know, they may not be feeling proud of themselves, but they want you to be proud of them. So they may be trying to make changes in their life in order to feel good enough, but, you know, that may have taken them forever and a day to get to that point. But we do have, I'm much more secure in myself, the 9 of Pentacles. So after these difficulties, and that was a 3 of Pentacles, so they're working hard. I feel like they're trying to find some kind of success in their business or financially. They've got career goals, and they were working on those, because that's the 4 of Pentacles as well. That's like saving up money or trying to make money as well. And then we have this 9 of Pentacles. I'm much more secure in myself. Financially, they're going to have success, but this is also going to lead to them feeling much more confident within themselves, which is good, because I feel like that is what they've been working towards for a long time. I'm not sure what to choose. The 7 of Cups. So yeah, this is what this 5 of Pentacles is about as well. You felt left out in the cold in the past because they weren't sure what to choose. They had a lot of options. They didn't feel good enough. They had to choose between love and fear. They may have chosen other options which didn't really require them to have such a spiritual awakening, because the Death card is like the death of the ego, death of illusions. And, you know, when we release a lot of things internally, it means everything shifts on the outside as well. So they may have been subconsciously afraid of losing friends, family, you know, losing old jobs, like everything in their past, like falling away as it no longer like resonates with them. So that led to a lot of confusion and a lot of fear. They didn't know what decision to make. We have, I'm totally heartbroken. The 3 of Swords. So definitely an ending happened here. They may have been dealing with heartbreak within themselves even before you even met. And that was really like making them struggle. And they fear heartbreak. They fear that abandonment and rejection. They may have felt like an outsider all their life, especially if they're like an empath, a highly sensitive individual. So the Death card, lots of messages have come out here. It's too difficult for me to come forward. Yeah, so that is what led to an ending. The 8 of Swords. This is about some kind of perception, the way they see themselves or relationships or life, or, you know, some kind of mindset that is limiting, that is blocking them from feeling that confidence or that freedom to come forward towards you. I lay awake at night worrying about us. 9 of Swords. So yeah, there was the 8 of Swords, them feeling stuck. But then they also have the 9 of Swords. They don't want to be stuck. They want to free themselves. They wanted to be that fool, take that leap of faith, make things happen. But they were worried. They were worrying that they weren't good enough. They were worrying that they were taking too long, and that you would grow tired and restless and have to move on. And in many cases that is what's happened. But this person has a tendency to overthink things, which gets them stuck. Yeah, I'm stuck in the shadows. This is the Moon card. This is saying this is someone that has a lot of fears. They may suffer with anxiety and those kinds of issues. Fear of the unknown. This is someone who's been clinging on to their comfort zone for a long time, feeling like an outsider. They may have grown up and not had much like emotional support from their family, so they had no one to turn to, no one to talk to, so they learnt to kind of isolate themselves, be very self-reliant. But they have these fears, when it comes to making decisions, because they didn't have that support. They couldn't get advice when they were younger. So they had to really think about things. But it's led to this tendency to overthink about things. I want to give you everything, the Six of Pentacles. So they want a balance, a give and take. They want to give back to you everything that you've given to them. They want to open up to you. They want to be nurturing. They want to be dependable. They really want to be there for you. Yeah, I will be the best version of myself for you. The King of Pentacles. So again, a lot of pentacles here. So it could be that they've had financial issues, or they feel like ashamed or embarrassed about their career or lack of career or something like that, or just feelings of instability or fears about security in their like physical life. You know, they could have an imbalanced root chakra, so not feeling safe in their day-to-day life in some kind of ways, and then they got used to just having these comfort zones that have been holding them back, been weighing them down, the Ten of Wands. So these burdens have become very heavy for them, but it's positive that it's a Ten of Wands, because it's saying it's nearly time for that death, for the ending of the old, the new beginning, letting go of the obstacles, the burdens. So what is this Queen of Cups about, please? This one turned over. Let's start all over again. The Ace of Cups. So yeah, the Ace of Cups came out here as well. They want to give you their heart. They want you to remain open and receptive to them when they have that confidence to come forward with the Fool. So we have the Lovers card. This is a love, sorry, this is the love of a lifetime. And they feel like they took you for granted. They feel like they took too long. They have regrets. They feel like you are their soulmate. They do feel this is a divine connection, being watched over by the angels, by spirit and your soul family. So they want that reconciliation. Yeah, we have let's heal this. The Six of Swords. So that's moving out of adversity and difficulties into that brighter future, into that harmonious union. Okay, so let's pull some more message cards. All of these are my own creations, all of these decks. We're going to start off by looking at the Our Eternal Love cards, and then we'll move on to the I Love You to the Moon and Back cards. Then the messages from the Divine Masculine. And then after that we will pull some messages out of the bag, look at the divination dice, and then the charms. So what's this person thinking and feeling about you at this time, please? There's too many obstacles right now. So yeah, they still have this belief that they're stuck in some kind of way, but at the same time they can't let you go. They are working on freeing themselves from that mindset or those blocks, or however they perceive the difficulties, whatever they perceive the difficulties to be, they're working on those. I became obsessed with you and it scared me. Okay, so they may have got very frightened and disheartened at certain points in your connection, because the more obsessed they became about you, the more they placed all their eggs in one basket with you, the more they placed their happiness on what the future may be with you, and it became very stressful for them. They became very panicked very easily. If there was any sign of things not working out, it became like a life or death situation, whether you would accept them or whether you would reject them. They were constantly like worrying that you would move on without them, and They felt like they needed you more and more and more and more, and it became very frightening, just in case it all fell apart and they'd be totally heartbroken. They'd basically placed so much meaning on you and your connection, and they felt like they needed to have you, and all the fear and codependency that stirred up on a daily basis was highly stressful for them and very scary. And so they just felt like they couldn't continue on like that with all that fear and that uncertainty, and because there was divine timing here, not knowing where they stood or what their future held, what was going to happen. They were always like constantly on the edge of their seat, worrying. That's what that Nine of Swords card was about as well. And it all became too much, and I feel like they ran away from that. They tried to get away from all of that anxiety. You're so perfect. I don't think I can be that perfect. So again, a lot of issues to do with comparing themselves, judging themselves in a negative way, feeling that they're not good enough. But again, that is just their mind and perception. Yeah. Look at this. I can't sleep at night because I'm worried about our connection. How do we make it work? So yeah, this person has had a lot of sleepless nights since they've met you. And I feel like it all just became too much for them at some point, and they just wanted a peace of mind. And so they took space. But now they're worrying, they want to start all over again. They want to heal the connection. They can't sleep at night because they're worried that too much damage has been done and that there's no going back. Yeah, I don't know why, but I've always based my self-worth on what you think of me. So yeah, this is what created a lot of fear within this person, because they'd placed their own emotional well-being on your shoulders. Instead of having that self-worth, because they didn't know how to create that, they based their worth on how you thought of them and how you not dealt with them, but how you, interacted with them. Never doubt my love for you. I have always loved you, and I always will. So their love is true. They've just had a lot of fear. This is a confirmation from their higher self that this is not all in your head. The love, the connection is real. They love you just as much as you love them. It was only fears getting in their way. No one will ever love me like you do, and no one will ever love you like I do. So they definitely feel that you're soulmates. They feel that you have this unique connection, this beautiful, amazing bond that, no other relationship can compare to that. You're the first thing I think of when I wake up and the last thing I think of before I go to sleep. So yeah, you're always on their mind. That's that kind of obsessive energy as well. They can't get you out of their mind. There's so much I want to express to you, but when it comes down to it, I always back out. So yeah, they have these insecurities. They fear that the more they express their love and show you love, then the more invested they're getting in your connection, the more they're being vulnerable, and then the more they could get hurt, the more they've got to lose, kind of thing. I don't know why, but I always doubt your love for me. They're thinking, how can someone like you love someone like me? Again, it's their own perception of themselves that they need to heal. So let's look at the I love you to the moon and back cards. The real me might disappoint your fantasy. So this person is in so much disbelief that you could love them for their real selves. They feel like you've projected some kind of fantasy onto them, or you're in love with their potential. There may be an element of truth in that in some cases, but they feel like their true self would be disappointing and a letdown, and then they're fearful that you would reject them if they allowed you both to get closer, and then you really got to know them, and they're fearful that would be disappointing to you. I really wish we could be together. So yeah, they want all the obstacles to move out of the way. They just want things to be easy. They want that reconciliation because we have, again, I can't stop thinking about you. So that this person is someone who thinks and thinks and thinks and thinks. They're thinking about you obsessively. They're thinking about what could go wrong obsessively. They're thinking, daydreaming about you obsessively. So they've got comfortable kind of live in this connection through their daydreams and fantasies, because then they can kind of live out this love without having to take that leap of faith and deal with all this anxiety and the possibility of rejection. I lied to you because I was scared of losing you, but had karma to settle elsewhere. So this person, they may have run away to be with someone else, potentially. Or it doesn't have to be that they ran away to be with someone else. It could be they ran away for other things, or they just hid the truth from you because they were scared that the truth in some kind of way would disappoint you or make you basically walk away from them. So they withheld something from you, which you may have found out about, that may have contributed to the separation. We met to hurt each other into awakening. I'm sorry it's such a harsh form of love. I wanted romantic bliss too. So there's been intense triggering within your connection, a lot of heartbreak, but it's led to a lot of realizations. Hopefully it's led you both to more self-love and knowing that you deserve the best, and realizing if there was any codependency here, how to release that. I don't know why, but I feel so nervous when you just look at me. I want to hide myself away. So this person may be very shy, or they feel very subconscious in your presence. And so it triggered like this fight or flight mode, and they may have like run away or just tried to avoid any kind of situation where they felt very self-conscious around you. When you give me so much, but I have less to offer in return, I feel bad, like I'm not good enough. So there was a time in your connection where you were giving and giving and giving to this person, but they felt like they couldn't give back equally, and then they felt like they were in your debt kind of thing, and they felt like they could never give as much as you have, and so they felt inadequate, or they were worried that if they came forward and didn't have much to offer you, then you would realize that they're inadequate, or you'd think they're inadequate. Do I have what it takes? So this is another thing that they've obsessively been worrying about. Are they strong enough? Are they brave enough? Do they have what it takes to be a good provider? Can they be stable? Can they be dependable? Can they be mature enough? I'm in a dark place, so they're feeling a lot of heartbreak, but also they're right in the thick of doing that shadow work. A lot of stuff has been triggered up within them. It's very scary for them. Again, I'm always thinking about you. Wow, that has come out so much. They're thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking some more. This person gets caught up in thinking rather than doing. I receive total abundance. So yeah, I definitely feel they're trying to manifest or create some kind of wealth, stability financially. I'm here for you. and everything's fallen apart. So yeah, there's been some kind of tower moment between you. As they're raising their vibration, things that once resonated with them aren't resonating with them anymore. The death card was about the death of the ego, the illusions, to make way for that awakening of and realization of the true soul self, the infinite aspect of self, the true identity. So they want to be here for you. They are here for you. They may be, waiting for you to get in contact or something. I'm not saying that necessarily you should. You have to follow your own intuition with that. Let's look at some messages from the bag next. Chasing drama. Okay, so this person, I'm feeling, has a lot of childhood wounds or inner child wounds. And so this could be a case where you see them chasing drama, or maybe they're with someone who's very dramatic or toxic for them, and that's really upsetting to you because you're like trying to offer them something like really beautiful and amazing, and you feel that they're just chasing drama or chasing like toxicity. But it's because subconsciously they're trying to work out these childhood wounds of abandonment and rejection or abuse or whatever their childhood wounds is. They're subconsciously like magnetized to people or situations that are going to trigger up that pain within them, because they need that as a form of like bringing that pain to the surface so it can be healed and released through re-experiencing that wound. Fear of rejection, yeah, that's very strong within this person because they have based their sense of self-worth on what you think of them. They are problem solving right now, trying to work out how to heal themselves, how to heal this connection, how to overcome those fears, how to get into that full energy of taking the leap of faith. Taken for granted. So you felt taken for granted by this person. They feel like they took you for granted. They may even feel like you're taking them for granted now if you've gone silent. And then we have overthinking. Okay, so let's look at the divination dice next. Yeah, we have the mountains. So there are obstacles. They're quite significant. So this connection may not progress as quickly as you would hope. And I know that's incredibly frustrating and upsetting for some of you to hear that. But this is a deep, profound soul connection. And so there's deep lessons and healing that you have this soul contract, this soul agreement for you both to learn and go through. This person is going deep within. Again, I'm in a dark place there. They're doing the shadow work. This is steps leading down into a basement. So they're shedding a light into that shadow side, which is really good. Wow, chicken. So they felt too chicken to take that leap of faith in the past, but they are looking in the mirror right now. If they're distant from you, it's because they are going inwards. They need that time and space to do that healing work. You may be mirroring each other in certain ways. And wow, there's the mountains again, but this time, the first one, this is really amazing. The first one had the clouds, difficulties, illusions. There's like these drops here, so like sadness, obstacles, frustration. But then the final one has the path leading through the mountains and the sunshine. So it's saying there is hope, there is a way forward. You will overcome the difficulties. You will move mountains to have that reconciliation when the time is right. Do not put your life on hold waiting for that though, because if you do that, you'll be delaying the connection, but more importantly, you'll be delaying your own sense of emotional well-being and inner peace of mind. So let's see what the charms have to say. Okay, so this is cool. 2 rainbows. Storms don't last forever. So again, there was the clouds and the rain, but then the sun comes out. It could be to do with pride. This is like healing of the chakras, intense healing of the connection. We have I believe. So this is saying that you need to have faith. I feel like this person is having more faith overall, or they're coming to that stage soon. Music may be relevant, or someone's a DJ, or I feel this is like their mind, you know, change the record. The record's been on repeat too long. They need to change their thought patterns. They could have been stuck in a karmic cycle of pessimistic thinking. You're going to be hearing from this person. Some form of written communication is coming from them very soon. Expressing their feelings, expressing their love. They feel that you are the key to their heart. This connection is the key to both of your awakening and the self-love. They want a commitment with you. This is the engagement ring. They may even think of marrying you. You know, they see you as the one for them. And you are going to be moving forward in love. I see this as bicycle, like both wheels moving at the same time in unity. There's little hearts on here. So moving forward in love. If you really want to know in depth how this person truly feels about you at this time and what's going on, please check out my Dear Beloved readings. They're $11.11. That's US dollars. And they're not private, personal readings. But they are very in-depth. Basically, I created a really powerful oracle deck where I channeled messages from the Divine Masculine Collective, and when you order a reading, I pull out a card for you and I email you the very in-depth description of the card, which is about 1,000 words in length in general. I have amazing feedback for those readings. Please check them out. The link is below this video in the description box. Please subscribe to my channel as well if you haven't already. Tap the bell icon, turn on all notifications, and that way you'll be notified every time I release a new reading, which I'm hoping to be every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. So thank you so much for joining me here. I really do appreciate it. And now I'll move on to the next set of cards. Welcome to set of cards number 3. You've chosen the Tiger. So what's this person thinking and feeling about you at this time? We're going to find out by looking into the tarot. We have lots of messages cards today, as well as pulling messages out of the bag, looking into the divination dice and the charms. So stay tuned because a lot of information is going to come through. Okay, so this person wants a healing of your relationship. They just want you to get closer to each other. They want harmony, they want bliss, they want a balance, a give and take. They see you as the one for them. They see that there's so much potential for this bliss and so much happiness and joy within the connection. But it feels like you're both kind of struggling to be really open. There's these fears of getting hurt, fears of heartbreak, and they just want a healing of that. But there's some sort of delays and obstacles. There may be something in this person's life they're trying to deal with. They're very much focused on trying to heal that as well at the same time. But there's something that's really been weighing them down, taking up a lot of their mind space, taking a lot of their energy. They're feeling a lot of pain, something from their past. And you may have felt neglected, or you may have felt like this person's taken out their pain on you, or they're projecting it onto you in certain ways, or you may feel as though they've been very distant. You know, it can like manifest in kind of opposite ways for different people. Like for some, it's like this person's withdrawn from you, and then you may withdraw from them because there's just a feeling of awkwardness or tension, or you're not sure where you stand, or you don't feel safe with them being the way that they are, and then they don't feel safe with you fully, so they're withdrawing further. Or in some cases, I feel like it's fewer cases, but some, it will be that this person has harsh words or arguments, or they're moody with you, or or it could be both of you, or vice versa. There could be arguments, bickering, feeling like you're not on the same page in that kind of way, and that's kind of repelling you both. And but there's definitely a sense that this person's very distracted by some kind of wound that they're really feeling right now in their own life. They see you as the Queen of Pentacles. They do see you as someone that is very kind, very nurturing, very stable. They could have like financial issues potentially, but they see you as someone that's financially secure. They want to give back to you equally in a financial way, but more broadly speaking, in a practical way. They want to offer you something real. They want that stability. These are Earth cards. So they want this very grounded, firm foundation for your connection to grow and blossom on. High Priestess in reverse. So there's some kind of illusion, some kind of fear, pain, wound based on a very limiting story that someone has attached to that experience. And this could be a multitude of things. For example, this person could be going through childhood wounds that have been triggered over and over and over and over again, because they have this story where they are telling themselves subconsciously that they're not good enough. As long as XYZ keeps happening, it's triggering them to feel not good enough. And this may be happening within your connection. Like you may inadvertently be doing something that's reminding them on a deep subconscious level of their parents, or some kind of wound they felt. And they may be lashing out at you or pushing you away because something about you or something you're doing is triggering that childhood wound within them. But this is High Priestess in reverse is really saying that it's that story, it's that illusion that's creating a lot of pain. And you may be feeling very frustrated because you're hoping and praying and wanting and maybe even trying to help this person to release that story or to know their worth. You're very kind, very nurturing, very patient, and you've been trying to help them see themselves in a very self-loving way. You're trying to help them reach that self-love. But this person's not seeing it, or they're not getting it because they're very much caught up in that story that they have about themselves or their life. And again, this could be mirroring, or it could be the other way around. So you may be feeling very cut off, like this person's shutting you out. They may be in their man cave or their woman cave as they're trying to deal with this issue. But as long as they're not changing that internal story or seeing beyond that illusion, this keeps going on in repeat. And you're kind of feeling like you're being placed on the back burner and you're waiting for them to change. But because you're an outsider, you see things much more clearly than how they can see things. And so you may be getting frustrated at them, and then they may be getting frustrated at you and saying you're not being understanding enough, or they're just thinking that, whereas you're trying to help them. But they are wanting healing, when they connect with you or when they think of you. They do want healing. They do feel like bad for you. They don't mean to hurt you. They don't mean to isolate you or be distant or upset you in any kind of way. And they do want healing. I feel like this person, for many of you, their heart is in the right place, but they're just really struggling to like process or move past something in their own personal life. But they do want this brand new beginning. They want to give you something tangible. They do want to be dependable, a good provider, a good person. You know, they do want to feel that they can make you happy. But right now, I feel like they may even be beating themselves up at times, because they have this realization that, you know, once they come out of their man cave, like temporarily, they realize that you've been feeling neglected, and it makes them feel bad. But then they're just hoping that you can understand what they're going through. So let's pull some clarifying cards. All of the message cards in this reading are my own creation. Start off with these cards. So what is this Star Tarot card about? I feel it's these ones. Okay. So we have, I feel insecure around you. So it could be insecurities leading to this person either trying to avoid feeling that insecurity and therefore avoiding you, or it could be the other way around. They feel insecure, so they're projecting things. There's arguing, there's fights, there's and that's like pushing you away. Maybe that's making you feel unsure about this person, and then you're distant from them, and then they're feeling neglected too. I feel what it boils down to is a lack of clear communication and misunderstandings happening. That we have the Ace of Pentacles again. I'm offering you something real. So yeah, they're going to come forward. They want this stability. They want this grounded, firm foundation in your connection. So what are these delays and obstacles about, please? Okay, there's too much to juggle. Two of Pentacles. So they may be having financial issues. But there's too much to juggle. Is like they may be feeling stressed out. They're trying to deal with this. They're trying to deal with your connection. They're trying to, you know, sort out their wounding, or they may be having struggles with family life, money, anything. They feel like there's too much on their plate, and they don't know how to deal or effectively like manage those stresses in their life. So what's this Queen of Pentacles about, please? We have change is scary but worth it. This is the Death card. So there is going to be a positive shift in this connection. There is going to be the ending of the old and a bright new future. I see this Queen of Pentacles as you being very supportive, but then you may be thrown into confusion as well at times. Like you feel this strong intuition about this person. Like your heart is very much drawn to this person. You may have met serendipitously, if that's how you say it. You know, you may have met through a lot of synchronicities. There may be a lot of signs guiding you back to each other. But you may be thrown into doubt when all this triggering, when all this difficulty comes up, and then you put up this protective shield in front of your heart, and then you're confused and you don't know what to think, and you feel as though you have to have faith and open your heart, but you may be struggling with that as well, because it's kind of scary being vulnerable when you don't know what the future holds. But there is healing here. This is the Star again. This person wants a healing of the connection. This is a positive message that healing is going to occur within your connection. So what is this High Priestess in reverse about, please? I'm too scared to face up to it. So yeah, someone is putting on the blinders. Seven of Swords. Someone is like, this person, it's kind of their comfort zone to feel like a victim. And so this victimhood is subconsciously keeping them in a comfort zone. It's like an excuse to not move forward and take responsibility for themselves, their life, this connection. And so they're saying, there's too much on my plate. I can't face up to it right now. And this may be what's making you feel hurt or frustrated. But we have, you are my soulmate. And this is the Six of Cups. So someone from your past may be returning to your life. That is the meaning of this card. A reconciliation. This person's heart is in the right place. Your heart is in the right place. But there's delays, obstacles, arguments or misunderstandings. But they feel this sense of comfort. Overall, they feel this sense of peace and joy when they are with you. I will look after you. This is the Emperor. So again, they want to be a good provider. They want to be dependable. This person is your biggest ally. They'll be by your side. But you know, they may be their own worst enemy kind of thing. I'm always waiting for you. So this person may be waiting for you to be totally vulnerable and jump head on into the connection. But it's like you're waiting for them to shift and change as well. So what is this Ace of Pentacles about, please? You are my biggest wish, the Nine of Cups. So again, they feel this peace in their heart. They feel that you're soulmates. They feel this unconditional love, this amazing energy, healing energy between you both. You are their wish. They're wanting to ground that wish. They want to make it a reality. They want peace, harmony, and I'm feeling this person wants close intimacy. They want to feel very close to you emotionally. I'm totally broken. This is their difficulty. They're feeling stabbed in the back in their life in some kind of way. This is the emotional pain that they're feeling. They're feeling abandoned or rejected or abused by someone. And it's like they're devastated by this. And it's really hard for them to get over this. And it's very much affecting them. It's very much affecting your connection right now. I'm sorry I took you for granted. This is the Four of Cups. In the traditional tarot, it shows a man focusing on 3 cups in front of him, but there's like a hand from the divine offering the 4th cup, but it's separate from the other cups. So it's like an Ace of Cups, a new beginning in love. It's like you're there offering them this love. You're trying to help them. You're like, you can envision this like amazing future with them, but you feel as though they need to heal. They need to change their mindset about something that's keeping them stuck, going round in circles, self-destructive circles. And you feel like it's potentially like destroying your relationship with this person. And even though like you try to have this sympathy and empathy, and you are like that Queen of Pentacles, you're always there for this person. At the same time, you may be getting frustrated at times or upset at times because you're wanting this person to really get it and really heal, but it's a struggle for them. But they do feel like they took you for granted at times, or at the times when they're like in their man or woman cave. Wow, this is really good. I will free myself soon to be with you. 2 of Wands. So yeah, there is a part of them that feels stuck in these complications, in this pain, but they will free themselves from this wounding so that you can have that amazing relationship together, a peaceful, harmonious one. So let's look into some more message cards. All of these cards are my own creation. First, we're going to look into the Our Eternal Love deck, and then we'll look at the I Love You to the Moon and Back cards followed by the messages from the Divine Masculine cards. And then we'll pull some messages out of the bag, look into the charms and the divination dice. So, what's this person thinking and feeling about you at this time? I'm always talking about you to my friends. So this is really saying that this person is thinking about you a lot. They are talking about you a lot. They may be trying to ask for advice about how to have this healing within your connection. I don't deserve you. I regret many things from the past that I can't take back. So again, this is like when they were so caught up in their pain, they either lashed out at you or they withdrew from you and made you feel neglected. And they have regrets about that. And they wish they could turn back time. They wish they could have seen things more clearly in the past and seen how you were truly there for them. And they want to be there for you, like equally. We both have so much to learn and experience on other paths. We will always be connected though. So some of you are in separation. There is karma for you both to settle elsewhere. So this person is healing themselves. You may have things that you need to heal in your life as well, but you're always connected. It's like your connection is multi-dimensional. You have this telepathic bond, and there's always this sense of closeness between you, even if you're apart. Although we're from the same soul family, we're in totally different grades in our life lessons. So I feel like there's something about them where you, as an outsider, can see how they could really heal themselves or see things differently. And you've been trying to help them heal that and release them from those difficulties. But it's like they cannot see it in that way at this time, and it's upsetting for you because you feel like this person, through their own mindset, is kind of ruining their own life. But yeah, it's like this person, in a way, I do feel you're going to help them a lot, but in a way they need to discover this and kind of help themselves as well. I didn't realize what I had until it was too late. So there was some kind of missed opportunity here, or this person is fearing that they are going to push you away and they're going to miss out on this amazing relationship because they couldn't get their act together, or they couldn't heal themselves adequately enough or in time. And so that's already happened for some of you, where it ended up pushing you away, and then they really regret it. For others of you, this person is fearing that they will push you away. So that's why they want that healing, that harmony, that peace between you both. What do you think of me right now? So they're worried that you're seeing them in a bad light. Obviously, they want you to see them in a good light. Past life karma is causing a deep rejection, fear I'm not even consciously aware of. So yeah, this person is definitely going through some kind of karma where they feel that deep rejection. They feel that Ten of Swords, stabbed in the back energy. And that creates a lot of fear, instability. They may be projecting that into your connection, but they're not consciously aware of what's going on. But you may be able to see things clearly. I'm so afraid of rejection that I haven't taken a risk to be with you. So in some kind of way, they're holding back. You may be holding back as well because you feel like there's so much difficulties. And again, this person is going through deep rejection wounds from past life karma that has been triggered again in this lifetime. And it's creating a lot of pain and difficulties within your relationship right now. Yeah, so this person may have trust issues. I don't know why, but I always doubt your love for me. So this person, they feel like they were unloved in their past, in their childhood, And this is a deep insecurity that which again is being projected into your connection. We have, I was wearing a mask to keep you in my life. I didn't realize it was keeping us apart. So the mask is some kind of shield, some kind of self-protection. It's like a subconscious thing. But that barrier, it was creating a wedge between you both. Again, it could be on both sides. I've been hinting to you about my feelings because I'm afraid I'll be rejected. So rejection, 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 fears. Wearing a mask because of a fear of being totally vulnerable and therefore rejected. So this person's been hinting their feelings, testing the waters in some kind of way. Okay, so let's look into the I love you to the moon and back cards. What messages do they have for you? What are they thinking and feeling at this time? I can't stop thinking about you. There is this sense of like overthinking things, being stuck in some kind of thought pattern. But if you are in separation, they're constantly thinking about you. Even if you're together, overall they do feel that intense love and passion, and they just want to be close to you. I don't know why, but I feel so nervous when you just look at me. I want to hide myself away. So definitely some of them, they have this shyness around you. They feel very vulnerable, and it's very intimidating to them on some level, so they just shy away. Or it may be significant, like when you first got together, there was like this bashfulness on one side or the other. When you give me so much, but I have less to offer in return, I feel bad, like I'm not good enough. So you were that Queen of Pentacles, you were giving to them, but they've struggled to feel good enough. They've struggled to feel like they were giving back to you equally. And that makes them feel down on themselves. Yeah, you're too good for me. Okay, so yeah, some self-esteem issues here. They don't feel good enough. They put you on a pedestal. I know our love will never die. So they do feel your soulmates, maybe even twin flames, whether they know that label or not. They feel that this is an infinite connection. I can never muster up the courage to tell you how I felt. I've loved you from afar every day. So, fears of rejection, they feel nervous just looking, or when you look at them, they felt like they haven't had enough courage to come forward and express their truth, but they've loved you from afar. This person may be like a secret admirer, or they were in that kind of status for a long time. Let's pull some messages out of the bag. Fear of intimacy. So yeah, this person, they do love getting close to you, but they still have their walls up in certain ways. It's like coming out of their shell. It's like an ongoing process between you both, and there's frustrations either from one person or the other, or on both sides, wanting the other to get closer, wanting the other to let the guard down. And there are beautiful times where you do let your guard down with each other, but then the walls are back up again, the overthinking. This person is very scared of losing you. So like I said, they're either already worried that they're going to miss out on an opportunity if they don't heal themselves or deal with their issue, or that's already happened and now they want you back. They have a lot of sexual fantasies about you. There's a lot of sexual passion that they feel for you at this time. Impossible. So there's been some doubts here. There has been times when this person or you or both have wondered whether these obstacles are just impossible. Will you ever overcome these difficulties? But you know, there was the healing is here card, and the star came out twice, which is all about healing. We belong together. So yeah, they feel like you are meant to be together, and again that you're soulmates. So let's look at the divination dice. This is very apt. Like, it shows the castle entrance door and letting the bridge down, opening the door, opening the gates. So yeah, there's defenses up, those walls. Someone feels like they're in some kind of battle. They have to defend themselves. They may even have to attack. You know, obviously don't put up with any kind of abuse. But now they want to open the gates. They want to let you in. They see you as an ally. They see you as someone on their side, or they need you to be on their side. There's the skull and the bone. So this is like the death card. This is, again, positive transformation. It can be a scary transformation, but it's an ending of the old, beginning of a brand new start. Yeah, this person is the king. This person may need a lot of respect. They may feel highly disrespected in their life. And maybe where a lot of the triggering is happening. But the king of the castle. This is saying that this is a very profound person to you. The treasure box. So this relationship is a treasure. It's a gift. It's valuable, you know, to both of you. And there's the monk. It's very spiritual. There is this spiritual healing. But this person's going inwards. That's almost like the hermit card. Sometimes they're going inwards because they're trying to process this wounds that they're going through and healing. So let's see what the charms have to say. Interesting. This bead here represents to me the throat chakra. So communication issues. You need to communicate more to each other. Something very amazing and significant is going to happen around Christmas time. You may be spending Christmas together this year, or some form of communication or healing is going to occur at this time. We have bullshit remover. This person is in the process of removing toxicity from their life. There may be arguments between you. But this is about needing to remove the bullshit and just have that healthy communication. There is a heart awakening here with the rose. Roses may be significant specifically to your connection. This person may come forward with an apology and offer you roses. And there's deep love in this connection. Whoops. With the red heart. They may be coming forward and giving you gifts, is what I'm feeling with the roses and the Christmas pudding. They may be giving you a Christmas gift. So if you really want to know very in depth about how this person truly feels about you, then please check out my Dear Beloved message readings. Those are $11.11. They're not personal readings, but basically I created a really powerful oracle deck where I channeled messages from the Divine Masculine Collective. So when you book a reading with me, I basically pick out a card for you and I email you the very in-depth description of the card, which is about 1,000 words in length. And I have really amazing feedback for those readings, so please check them out. The link is below this video in the description box. So please also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It really helps me to continue growing my channel. And if you do, please tap the bell icon, turn on all notifications. That way you'll be notified every time I release a new reading, which I'm hoping will be every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. So thank you so much for joining me here. I really appreciate it. Take care. Bye.